Welcome back to the vlog, you guys. This weekend, I don't think we have a lot planned. We're heading into August, which is unfortunately the hottest month here in good old Texas. We made the decision together that maybe for this month we're going to be staying in the home a lot more and not going out as much, and finally getting some stuff done in our home because we've literally done nothing since we moved in except change the light in the dining room. Like, this mantle in here is all still just plain and white. So I think we're gonna get up to that this weekend. But another thing that we're gonna get up to this weekend is actually Madison. Do you want to tell them?
This weekend, I actually got invited to a friend's softball game. They rented out a softball field down in Del Valley. And I got to thinking and I was like, if they're having a softball themed baseball, or if they're having a softball themed party, then doesn't that mean people need gloves? And I asked my friend and she was like, yeah, it's bring your own glove. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna just go buy a glove for a day because I don't play softball or baseball. I immediately went to my Buy Nothing group and was like, somebody please let me borrow a baseball softball glove. Someone responded and they said I could use their glove for tomorrow. So we're about to go pick it up right now.
And then this is on our lunch on Friday. So the vlog is starting on Friday this week. After Madison gets off work, after I go to therapy, we have an exciting appointment to get a new tattoo added to my arm because I think I want this whole arm to be a sleeve eventually. But yeah, okay, we're headed out to the neighbors.
This is massive. Is it supposed to be this big? That's so nice, man. I love our community. Oh gosh, did you just crack your windshield?
No,
what?
Okay, there it goes. What do you think?
I hope it really cools things down in here for us.
Okay, the thing is reading, my temperature gauge is reading 113 and I'm not dying in here. That means this umbrella thing is stellar.
For sure, it worked very well. It feels nice in here.
Right? Like I'm literally not sweating. I'm not gonna say you need to buy one, but if you live in Texas, wow, what a game changer. I will link it. And I'll also, maybe I'll walk you through my my life hack to getting secondhand things on Amazon, because that's how I bought this. So don't come for me, but this is a game changer. I don't know if we have any other plans today, but this is the tattoo. I can't really close it right now, but you get the vibe, like it's closed and opened. I don't think anything's ever gonna take favorite over this, but this is definitely at least my second favorite. We made it home from dinner and I just want to share something really beautiful with you guys. Oh, also because I think maybe Madison and I are going to start focusing the vlog in on, it's not a niche, it's just our life, but we realize that a term that we really identify with right now is slow living.
Right.
So I just want to share like beautiful little moments where we're trying to slow down and basically romanticize normal life. Like that's really what it is. One of our goals when we moved here, but then also at the start of this year in general, was to become a regular somewhere. And we first tried that with our local Mexican restaurant. It's like literally in our neighborhood. And we would go there once a week, every week on a routine. And the goal is to become a regular, right? So to become a regular, do people have to know you? No, like you can be a regular just because you go there all the time. But the people at the restaurant, after we had been going there for like 6 months, no one ever seemed to like recognize us. No one was ever friendly to us. We never felt like part of the community, and like that was the goal. We kind of like stopped going as often because we weren't really getting to what we wanted. And then we started going to this other place with literally no intention of making it the substitute for the other place. And we would get the same waitress, they would know where we like to sit, they'd be like, oh, welcome back, thank you so much. Like at this point, 4 of the waiters there know us and 1 of the managers. So they're just really nice, and we love that place. It's a local Austin chain that's become really successful, so we really love it. And basically tonight just kind of solidified that a little bit more for us.
It really is a special feeling when you walk into a restaurant and someone is like smiling and they know who you are and they're like, right this way to your table. Like they just know our orders already. I mean, it just feels so good to be like building out this community we want to build in Austin, and like have people getting to know us in spots we really enjoy being in. So the food is also, it is tough.
Can you tell?
Yes. I like got some of my shirt and then I put my stain remover on. Started laundry but didn't take off the shirt. I've been, the past like 30 minutes have been a little hectic.
We have like these cupcakes that we ordered from Imperfect Food months ago. As a matter of fact, they're literally Halloween themed.
It's fine.
But Madison's gonna make them because we're actually on a mission this weekend to clean out our pantry and our fridge. And since we're cooking a lot more at home, and in general ever since I made those mini cheesecake bites, I had like leftover, what do you call it, cupcake holders, I don't know, but I decided I would just go ahead and invest in some reusable ones since this is about the 5th time in the last couple weeks that I've needed them. I've never ever needed these before, so I never bought them before, but they're really cheap, easy, reusable replacement for single-use cupcake liners, so. Also, we normally use our toaster oven for everything. It's maybe the 2nd time since we've lived here that I've turned on this actual oven.
Yeah, like literally Shelby's mom has come over before and she's tried to cook something and she's like, Madison, like how do you make the oven work? How do you do this? And I'm like, Terry, I literally don't know. Like I literally use the toaster oven for all of my necessities. Like I don't know.
But when we used to live in the garage apartment, I don't think you guys would have ever met our landlords, but I actually wrote them a letter like a few weeks ago. Just, why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because Shelby was trying to be all nostalgic and like write these older people a letter, and they literally replied to her letter by texting her back.
So I'll tell you about the letter I wrote in a minute, but the reason I'm saying that is because when we used to live in the garage apartment, our landlord was like, they were really scrappy people. They were great people. I loved living there. I'm so grateful that the only landlord I ever had was them. Anyway, they were so like scrappy and like tried to save money anywhere they could that when he would cook using their toaster, like he would use the toaster oven to cook for them and then take it outside and put it on the porch as to not heat up their house, like because we live in Texas and it's fucking hot. Let me not get any more radiant heat from the toaster oven. I went to their front door once to like probably give him a rent check, and it was just like chicken baking in the toaster oven on the porch. But yeah, I did write them a letter the other day because my favorite thrift store is up there by where we used to live, and every time I go there I think about them and I keep telling Madison like I should write them a letter, and it was just like a heartfelt letter telling them basically that, you know, they were the best landlords we could have asked for, and if it weren't for that garage apartment I would have never felt financially ready to quit my job with the state that I was miserable at. We probably wouldn't, I mean, maybe eventually we would have gotten to the point where we could afford to buy a house, but it would have taken us like a lot longer if we hadn't had such a safe, affordable, like really nice place. Not so much the apartment, but like the location and the yard and great landlords where we always felt safe. So I just kind of wrote them a note and told them that, and then yes, she texted me a response, which I didn't think I had her number. I guess she did. So yeah, just in a chatty mood, I guess. Vlog. It's Sunday. We skipped Saturday because we did a solo day. Like I had a day to myself. She kind of had most of the day to herself, so we just didn't vlog and I didn't do anything except sit around the house and plan house projects. So we're picking up the vlog on Sunday morning because we want to do some house projects today. That's the goal. We'll see how that goes because most of the projects we want to do are outside, and I'm not going outside because it's already too hot out there for me. Also, there's this pan. I've showed you these pans before, and I really love them, and I've talked about them a lot, and I know a lot of people ask about them. So just while Madison just finished doing dishes, anyway, since these pots and pans I got are white ceramic, they stain, and basically Madison's been soaking this one with like a paste made of baking soda and soap for a day or two, and we're gonna see if it will come off.
Okay, this is the moment of truth. You know? Oh, it's scrapey. Really gotta put the elbow grease in. It's working though. Oh, God. Saw that there was a bunch of crud on the bottom, and now look at it.
I know.
It's brand new.
Well, while Madison is crushing it at the dishes, I thought I would show you my tattoo since I took off the wrap thing. By the way, my artist is called Rachel at True Blue, and she's very like sustainability minded, community minded. We always talk about our favorite thrift stores, so if you want to go to someone, she's really cool. But so this was the goal, to have it where it's like long when my arm is open and you can see the full thing, but then when you close it, it's kind of not exactly, I guess kind of like she's flying. That was the goal. You're doing great, babe.
Really putting this little bamboo thing to work. It's working really good, actually.
I mean, that's literally, I think, what it's meant for, though.
For this?
Yeah, it's a pot scraper.
Ready? Wow. It's not orange anymore. It's beautiful. Still really hot outside, but in the spirit of trying to do some projects here in the house, I'm gonna see if I can end up cleaning this like little pot of cobwebs that are in the corner in our living room. Our ceiling right there is really high, but I'm gonna try and take this ladder and see what I can accomplish. Probably not gonna be able to reach it, but you know, we'll see what we can do. Got the ladder out of the garage. Got my handy dandy broom. Let's see if it'll reach. Oh, very close. Ah, I was so close.
Oh my God.
That didn't work out well. Huzzah! Got the really big one. Nailed it. This is a win.
Normally, I hate a hodgepodge vlog like this, where we just keep popping in with different things happening and explaining them to you. I hate telling instead of showing when you're vlogging, but that just is what it is right now. We're gonna tell you a story of what just happened because it would be super awkward if we had taken the camera to show you, but we want to tell you anyway. So last week when we uploaded our video, so many of you commented about how you're struggling to make friends and how hard it is to make friends as adults, and like obviously we fully agree with you. I think we'll review those processes a little bit more on the vlogs because that's a huge part of our life right now, and it seems to be something that a lot of you like would value learning about. So basically, the reason we weren't vlogging is because we were taking that softball mitt back to the people that we borrowed it from.
Yes.
And we saw right before we left the house that they were actually asking for diatomaceous earth, which I happen to have some and I never use it. So I was like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get there to drop off the softball mitt. You go knock on the door to give it back, and I'll act like I'm getting the, well, I'm not acting. I'll get the diatomaceous earth out of the car and then like be like, oh, did you want this? Oh,
I mean, I just knocked on the door and I was like, hey, here's your glove back. And when they actually answered the door, they did not answer the door. There was like a side window on the front of their house that came open with the screen, and it was like, yeah, you can just leave it on the chair on the porch. Because a lot of the tricky part about Buy Nothing groups is, although it's like community based and like people are really cool and you can borrow people's stuff, like it is very much a leave it at the door, no contact, pick it up, take it back, let me know you left it there, cool, bye.
And maybe people got used to that during COVID, right? And we just haven't like gotten away from that. Because I feel like your Buy Nothing group is such a perfect place to build community. You just kind of have to push a little more now, I guess.
Yeah. So I'm just like, Yeah, I mean, but we also brought you this giant tenacious earth.
She can't figure out what it's called.
Here's this for whatever you need it for, and like that got a conversation going. And then they also had a pride flag in their yard, and I just happened to be wearing this pride shirt today, and so I was like, yeah, we connected on that. And before you know it, it was like they were telling us about all the queer people that live on their block. We were telling them about our queer neighbors. They were telling us about how they hosted like World Cup soccer, like community video watch shows. They were asking us if we play pickleball.
They invited us. They said next time we play pickleball, we'll invite y'all. And I was like,
yeah.
But the coolest part that came from this
is we did not even expect that, but she was like, so we got to the point where she came out of the house. Well, she was in the house because like dogs and stuff were barking, yeah. But she was like, hey, do y'all like dumplings? And I was like, yeah. And so she literally had us take home dumplings.
She was Asian. She like handmade these.
Yes, and was like, you guys gotta try these, like let me know how they are, and like we're gonna connect and stuff on Facebook. And I was like, dude, you just gotta push through that.
It's really scary.
That initial interaction where they're just like, get off my porch. I feel like within these past couple of months, we've made some really good prospects, and I'm feeling good about taking that and like hopping into someone's existing community, building out our own, like if we're finding people here and there, like looping them into communities we may find, like I think we really got something good going.
We met up with someone from Instagram earlier this week too. Like we normally only vlog on the weekends, so we didn't take you with us. And also, I guess like their identity is kind of on the low. They run the Save Zilker Instagram, and we met up with them. Coincidentally, another queer couple.
Yes.
That we weren't expecting. We were talking about this on the way home, but like maybe people are just so much more comfortable with being out now that like it seems like everyone is gay, which is great. I love it, but it's just been, I don't know. That's been our experience. So if you're looking to maybe meet a friend or two, just become very active in your Buy Nothing group.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll work out. I don't know. The sun is finally going down, so I think it's time.
It's time
to go try to seal that window.
Oh, here we go. So this should be pretty chill, hopefully. Basically, the old caulk is all like cracked and just not good. It's been there forever. And so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our razor blade, cut through it, and then scrape all the excess stuff out of there. Make sure you get like the dust, grime, caulk, all that out. And then we're gonna get our caulk gun. And I think you're supposed to smooth it with your finger.
I feel like the caulking is just non-existent. Like I don't even know what you're scraping off. It just looks like paint.
Okay, so I started trying to like remove some of the caulk that was around here, but it's straight up like just peeling the house away. So I'm getting kind of worried. I'm just gonna try and take like bigger pieces of the caulk off, basically just caulk around it, take a little shortcut. I mean, extra caulk can't hurt anything, right? I can't even figure out how to get the caulk gun to work properly. Like I got the tip off, I'm pushing, and it's not coming out. Hello? Come on. Maybe if I take it out? You aren't safety glasses, bro. I mean, so far, not good. I've made a mess here. See if that helps us. Whoa! Shit is crazy. Got stuff everywhere. Look at that. It's going great so far.
You think all the caulking is disappeared?
Or painted over or something. I don't know. But I was cutting through it. I was like, that's the house.
You're standing? Do you?
What?
She's standing on the garden bed that my friend gave me.
It's functional. Multi-use.
You're probably bending my very nice garden bed.
I sit on it all the time.
Oh, great.
I'm a professional, okay? This is quality grade work. Oh,
you're making a mess.
I said don't look.
So resealing your windows can help with things like energy efficiency. It's a good thing to do, but I don't think that this caulk is gonna fix the leaking problem we're having. We need to redo the weather stripping. And I told Madison to do the research before we went to the hardware store so that hopefully we wouldn't have to go back. It seems like every time you do a home project, you gotta go to the hardware store multiple times, and this project will be no exception. So as soon as she's done caulking, we're gonna have to go get some more weather stripping because it looks The weather stripping looks so bad. And I do feel a little bit silly because I wanted to make like certain efficiency upgrades before we got solar. About half of the windows in the house were upgraded when we got it. Actually, I would say the majority of the windows that you see, but there are a couple, mainly on this side of the house. There's 2 on this, and then there's this one, are the ones that were upgraded, and those are the ones that have been getting pounded by rain when it rains. And also that just means in general they're not efficient. So this is just kind of to hold us over for a little while. We try not to take on debt where possible, and windows are really expensive to replace. So the goal is kind of to let this hold over until probably once the weather is cooler and it's okay to like have your windows missing all day.
Missing? Where are they going?
You know, like if while we're replacing them, there would be no windows on our house, and that's not a summer project. So we'll save up and probably hopefully get them done like early next year. But this is just to like help us out in the meantime. But anyone can do this on any of your windows because windows are so expensive to upgrade. The least you could do, this costs us like 20 bucks. And then weather stripping will probably be another like 10 or so. So I highly recommend doing that. So weather stripping you can do anywhere. Oh. Okay, this is the weather stripping I pulled from the top of the window that doesn't get beat down by the sun all day and probably doesn't hold as much water or see as much. And this is the one that gets beat down by sun and water as well, probably. It's just like a stiff stick.
Dang. That thing is crispy.
I know. We'll take this to the hardware store and so we can get like the same one. This is our last moments before it is pitch black outside to try to get this weather stripping put up and complete our first home improvement project since we moved in.
Yeah, I think this goes down as a first for sure. I haven't done anything. Like
well, we did paint our front door.
Oh, as soon as we moved in, we painted our front door, but everything else has been really chill, so.
Honestly, also a miracle. I don't know, I don't think we were vlogging quite as much at the time when we first moved into our old house, but y'all, it was all we did was home projects.
Basically what we ended up doing was the older weather stripping that was up there, it wasn't as beat down by the sun as the one that was down here. So we took that, put it there. I'm also gonna cut like a little piece and put it in this hole that's missing. And then with the weather stripping that we bought, I'm just gonna stick it up there. Hope it's good. That's the plan. Put it in. I'm feeling good about it. Sketchy, but this is sketchy. Okay. We're not gonna use that. That's super sketchy. Okay, maybe we are. I'm gonna try again. Oh god! This is such a bad idea.